deal with their opposite numbers.
Yeah, and you call it a laning phase. Against Alliance, it was more about an enemy jungle phase at the start of the game, and we'll see if that can...
And 30 CS.
Oh, and there's Cocoon landing, the binding will follow up as well, and level 2 Lulu is going to be falling here. First blood goes over to the support. Airwax is going to fall low, possibly be falling down as well. Yes, Jesus gets that one. Svenskeren will repel here, but he's going to come back down right on top of him. Jesus is going to go down, and they don't know. Svenskeren got behind the turret there. The flash coming through, the zap doesn't quite work out. I don't think they can dive this one. Limited needs to be really, really careful. And Rayton's going to move in there, puts his shield up, does get bound up though, and that could be the end for him as well. Svenskeren didn't actually follow through with him though. Crazy little...
Opens up Dragon to SK with the least in the bottom.
Yep, going to start that one off and finish it without any problems whatsoever. The Wolves not even getting involved in that one. And I like the fact that they moved Cowtard now down into this bottom lane, realizing that...
Wolves have been very guilty of in the past is trying to force a play style. We'll get to that in a second. Jez's sidesteps. A lot.
Who's he going to go for? Actually getting knocked up there by the Wild Growth. Cowtard's got no damage here. Jinx finally is going to come across. Gold card is pulled. Jesus down to less than half HP, but the damage is coming through. Cocoon misses, but he was already inside of the binding, and Jesus will pick up that kill onto Unlimited.
Yeah, that was pretty poor play from the Wolves. They missed to throw themselves in. I do feel they should have backed away. Now Svenskeren is going to run into Cowtard, and I think Cowtard's the one that's in trouble.
Yeah, I do as well. The shield goes down, but that damage out of Svenskeren could prove to be too much. He flashes off to the side. Svenskeren, can he dive in? Flash, and the kill for Sven. Not going well for Cowtard whatsoever here.
All too easy. He was one level up.
To move back in as they...
The Wolves will do it.
Heal. Gonna come through into this one, but the Dragon goes over to SK, but the fire is on. Airwax trying to get in there. Keeps Candy Panda back. Airwax though is gonna go down. And that is Candy Panda picking up the kill. Falls straight away afterwards. Youngbuck is right in the middle of them as well. Svenskeren gonna get turned into a squirrely looking thing, and then Svenskeren is finished off. It's Warlight that picks up the kill.
2 kills. They lose 1, and they lose a Dragon and a tower. Squirrely looking things. It's not enough for the Copenhagen Wolves to come out ahead. Destiny's available, Cowtard's in trouble. Can he get away?
Shortest range Destiny ever to be produced, but Jesus is gonna stick to him. A lot of damage, the slow coming out. Have they got it? That's a flash into a binding that doesn't land, but the wild cards will be enough.
And SK just gonna keep getting more. 6 kills to 3. There's 6,500 gold ahead.
Again, Cowtard almost being
they won't
too
realize
aggressive.
I think they're gonna catch him, yeah.
Yeah, see Jinx. No escape, but got Unlimited as support, who's doing a cracking job. There's a binding coming in though, and the binding does land. And see the hole's gonna come from the side. Super Mega Death Rocket was used, but maybe too early on that one. There is a kill, but Candy Panda going man mode on the backside. Manages to get one. Can they finish off any more? Follow through from Airwax. He'll pay with his life though.
They end up trading 2 for 3. The Copenhagen Wolves continually struggling in these team fights. Youngbuck, he wants a piece of Freddy.
Maybe we get this one as well. Blade of the Ruin King is going to be used, which will keep him in touch with him, but the flash comes out from Youngbuck in the end. But look at this, SK just pushing the tower.
SK will be happy with the trade. They lose a top lane.
It's a Q landing onto the minion there, so no fall through, but here come SK from the side. Good Wild Growth out counter, but Airwax may go down. Jesus gets that one for the rampage. And just like that, SK turning around the aggression.
Yeah, I can't stress enough the Wolves. They just seem to be all over the place. That's a flash gold card.
Yep, he's got no mana left though for anything else here. And Cowtard able to just walk on away from... They went for that first pick Morgana here. They're hitting a lot, and Unlimited just completely caught out there in the jungle. And Rayton tanking up from the front side, trying to get those bindings in position. Youngbuck's going to dive in. He gets stunned down, can only get the counter-strike on 1, and he's surely going to fall as well. But look at Freddy. He's absolutely destroying them in the backside. That's another 2 kills. And just like that, SK get an ace for nothing.
I'm at a loss for words. The Copenhagen Wolves feels like they've lost focus. It feels like they've lost touch. And Cowtard's going to be the next target.
Yep, and he's dead. Jesus gets that one. And Super Mega Death Rocket comes in, actually picking off a kill there, but the rest of the team, again, being hammered by Freddy. At the backside, Youngbuck going to dive back in. He's going to pay the price, and Warlight now will be the next focus. Candy Panda having to go. Good flash from Warlight. Actually gets him the kill and the shutdown, but Jesus got the finishing touch. He is now legendary at 915.
Yeah, but at what cost? 14,000 gold. Yes, that was a very flashy play, but SK, they got the inhibitor turret, they got the bottom turrets, they're going to take a dragon. They're extending this gold lead even further. This must be one of the largest gold leads we've ever seen at 22 minutes. Can they actually group up, and can they control themselves? Right, 2v1, Youngbuck's already flashed.
And is the gold card going to time out? No, it's not. The stun comes down, and Youngbuck's not escaping this one. He's popped his ultimate, but that won't even do a thing for him. Candy Panda picks that one up. He's now 6-3-7. What are the Wolves going to do?
Because you do have a fairly high damage Woolite, but he's just going to get melted. Bye.
Jez has been chased off here, but he's like, I got Ghost Bros, I'm not scared of you. And they're unlimited Woolite, both of them very low as Freddy dives in. Ace in the hole will come through. It's the wild card from Jesus to get in the kill. Unlimited, not going to be able to get away. There's another one at the front, and Coutard flashing away from things. The Cocoon not quite landing. That's a
in-game leadership and their in-game calling, because they could have done significantly better with this comp. And let's see them committing to this fight. Remember how far they are behind.
Trying to fight Freddy, trying to take him down. But look at him, he pops Dominus and says, no, I'm not even going to go down from this one. Bullies an entire team there at the back. Twisted Fate going to join in. Woolite will go down. And Unlimited, all of a sudden, the last man left alive. Will they be able to chase through? I think he's going to survive it. But again, Freddy's pushing straight up the middle lane. SK might just go for the win here.
Yeah, they've got super minions pushing up with them. There's nothing Copenhagen Wolves can do to prevent this loss. And I feel they gifted this one to SK Gaming on a silver platter. They just kept presenting weaknesses after weaknesses, and SK punished them over and over. 27-8, SK gonna close it out.
Yeah, more kills here at the end. Jesus will get his 12th and his 13th in there as well. Actually, no, 12. Oh no, he was 13th kill for him.
It was
and they're
indeed.
still looking for more here on top of the fountain. Nexus is gonna fall before anything happens though. And SK Gaming demolish the Wolves to cement their second position.
Night and day. Two different performances from the same team. Copenhagen Wolves topple the league leaders. Maybe fueled on adrenaline, excitement, and looking for blood. Overcommit against SK. This game really just boils down to being in the wrong place at the wrong time so many times.
Yeah, and we have to talk about the very start of it for Coutard here in particular. 70 CS down by the end of it. 0-8-4. Spent so much time roaming. Was level 2 with, I think, 5 CS, if I'm correct on that one, while Twisted Fate is already 2-3 levels above him, and then gets caught out in the jungle for an easy kill.
By the point you're talking about, Jesus was already level 5 with 30 CS. And the decision-making to have a roaming Lulu, in theory, could have helped. It helped Youngbuck in the